All right, well, this is the Onyx Oven. It's a vertical smoker. It's insulated. We have some nice battleship style latches, which Fred calls them, on here. Tadpole gasket, high temperature gasket. We have 1 inch of insulation in this wall, and then this inner double wall is for airflow. So the firebox gets loaded with up to 12 pounds of charcoal. We usually put about 6 or 7 pounds in, and we get about 25 to 27 hours of burn time with 6 or 7 pounds of charcoal. It's very well insulated. Now, with that being said, it's also very light. It's only 85 pounds. So to get the best of both worlds is pretty nice. So we load our charcoal in. The fan for the Guru's in the back. You'll see a distribution tube here that runs down the center of the firebox. And it's perforated along the side so air can come out along the whole length of the firebox. And then we have fire grates in here. Now, the one change we're making to the Onyx is this firebox itself is getting thickened up considerably, and also the fire grate. Now, with normal use, 275 and under, won't be any issue. But if you're trying to get 350, 375 with a water pan, now this firebox is getting really hot, and we don't want to take the chance of warping it. So that's why we're going to heavy it up.
Okay.
You can cook a few different ways on here. You can cook direct, which is how you see it here. So you're putting coals in. We do burgers, we do brats, we do steaks. It gets pretty hot. If I want to cook with a water pan, then say you're doing a brisket or whatever, place the water pan in, fill it with water, put your meat in. Now you have smoke and steam at the same time. You'll cook a little quicker when you're cooking with water. Steam is pretty hot, and it'll cook your meats a little quicker, but it's a great way to cook things. The other way is to cook with a dry smoke. And you can use a stone board. And we make boards that this was a prototype board, they're much thinner than this. It's like pizza stone material. Now put your pan in for a drip pan. So, if you're baking, if you're doing poultry, where you don't want a moist environment, maybe you want to crisp skins and stuff. This is how I'll do my Thanksgiving turkey. I'll take these racks out. I'll cook on this shelf with a drip pan dry, and air can still come up through the side walls, out, and then down through the center and the back. So we're still getting the smoke, we're getting indirect heat without the moisture. And then the other way, actually, is you can cook right on the board. So if you want to do strombolis or pizzas or bread or things like that. Now, you're not going to get this cooker up to 500 degrees, but, 375, 400. Yeah. So there's a lot of ways to cook on it. Typically, after a cook, I would pull this out. This piece comes out, these pieces come out.
Okay.
I could dump my charcoal, put it back in. And actually, this cooker will cool down very quickly because of that. You remove the heat source, leave the doors open. These things are cool and ready to go in the trailer in 15 minutes. So that's nice. And that's basically it. It's a great cooker. I do everything on it. I do desserts, I do casseroles, I do beans, I do direct grilling, roasting, smoking, whatever you can think of. You're looking at 13 deep by 22 wide.
Okay.
So if you're doing spares trimmed, 2 per shelf, baby backs, 3 per shelf. If I'm doing chicken, you can cook it direct. And what's nice is you can cook chicken on this top shelf, so you're far enough away from the heat, but you're still getting the radiant heat, and you're crisping skins, things like that. So this is a great place. These 2 shelves are a great place to do wings, thighs, any kind of chicken pieces. Spatchcock chicken. If I'm doing pork butts, Then I'm doing a water pan, and I'm doing this here. So water pan here, I can put 3 butts on this shelf, 3 butts on that shelf. And if I'm cooking for a big party, that's what I'm doing. Water pan, 2 full briskets in there. 2, 4, 6, 8 racks of ribs, or 3, 6, 9, 12 baby backs. And you do get some radiant heat, like with any cooker.
Yeah.
You're getting some radiant heat at the top, so your top shelf will cook a little quicker. Not that big of a deal to, maybe switch this one with this one partway through the cook.
I didn't know there was 4 racks in there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the originals were 3, and then we went to 4.
Oh, okay.
But I enjoy cooking. I like the height. I like being able to put it on the table.
Yeah, yeah.
If I would need to move, I could pick this up off the table and set it down myself with 85 pounds. But it's easy for, you get couples,
That'd fit in the
older
trunk.
couples who cook, or there's just 1 or 2 people on the team. It's easy to take it off and deal with it.
Wow.
You have your adjustable damper here. This is your outlet damper. If I'm cooking dry, I'm going to barely crack that open.
Okay.
If I'm cooking with water, then or I'm cooking higher temperature, I'm going to open it more. And after a cook or two, you'll figure out where things need to be set. And again, it's all Guru ready, made for the Guru controls. Nice durable hinge. This gives me a reference.
Right.
Any dial thermometer gives you a reference. But what I personally like to do is we use the probe tree, but it's a little silicone wedge with a stainless steel post on it, and we stick that on in between one of these shelf openings, and we just put our probe on the shelf we're cooking at. If I got this thing filled up, it's going to be somewhere in the middle.
Does it go out the back, or
Well, you can put the probe through. We either put it through the hinge here,
Okay.
or you can see here. There's a little hole right here,
Okay.
and that's got a plug on it. And eventually, I think Fred's going to make a little auto water feeder to fill your water up in your water pan. But it's also a probe pass through,
Okay.
so you can pass your probe through.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Like,
Yeah, either way. You just have to be careful. If you do that and you're attached to a shelf, when you pull the shelf out, you're pulling the probe with it. So this way, putting it through here, you can do whatever you need to do, and the probe comes out with you.
okay.
Just be conscious of that.